Hello everybody, I'm the Masked YouTuber, and I watch YouTube videos so that you don't have to. Yeah, I stole that fucking intro. What are you gonna do about it? Cry, baby? Probably nothing. Now let's get on with the review. Hey, welcome to the show. Usually I don't like to do politics or politician stuff, but there is a left winger on YouTube right now that goes by the name of Jose. So today I will be reviewing this dude's channel. Not because he's way left or because he's political at all, but because he reviews old TV shows and reviews old TV shows and old movies and stuff like that. But he does it with a political agenda. Yeah, he does it from a leftist point of view. In fact, one of the very first videos I stumbled across was the Roseanne Barr show from a leftist point of view. My synopsis on this dude is that he's a young college guy who saw these old 90s or 80s and 90s TV shows as an opportunity to do his whatever the fuck it's called. But anyway, we're going to review this guy's channel. We'll talk about that stuff as we're doing the review. Feces. Same thing. Anyway, let's take a look at this guy's channel. Yeah, so here, as you can see, his name is Jose. And he's got all these different things he's reviewed. I think the last thing was Dinosaurs, the sitcom Before Time, the Cosby Show. That was an interesting one. So I will say not all of this guy's stuff is shit, but some of his shit is stuff. He likes to talk about Tim Pool a lot. He likes to talk about leftist opinions a lot. A lot of his stuff is leftist. What the hell's the Roseanne thing? Oh, I don't have it set to videos. All right, here's all the damn videos. No wonder I was seeing it on a side-scrolling point of view. But here's the very first video that I came across. Roseanne of the Connors, a leftist reading of the first 9 seasons. So here we go. Here's just a little taste. God dang it, not now, you idiot. So here we go. Here's a little taste at Jose's channel. And I'm not going to play too much of him because maybe he might be the kind of guy, since he is a college kid, that might, copyright claim us. But I will say this. This guy is very knowledgeable about these shows. But here's what I hate. Here's what really grinds my gears is when you have these kids that come on here. They're in their 20s or 30s, and they're not fans of the show. They've never seen the show. They just picked it up because they thought it would be an interesting thesis to sell to their stupid college professors or whatever. Or maybe they just thought it would make for a great YouTube video, so that all of a sudden they've got thousands of subscribers and instant YouTube fame for reviewing a show or a series of shows that they're not even a fan of, or they're not even one bit interested in. They just want to talk about it so they can bring it down. Well, let's just hear some of his brilliant deductions of this fucking show, which, by the way, I was a huge fan of the Roseanne show and still am to this day. Some people do make mistakes. That does happen. We are human, motherfucker. Anyway, here's a small clip of Senor Jose with his deductions.
The Roseanne TV series was revived for a 10th season, picking up the exploits of the Connor family 20 years after the series' original finale.
Sorry if you could barely hear him.
Later, Roseanne made a racist tweet. The show was immediately canceled, and
First of all, okay, I'm not defending her at all in this. But if you take a look at VJ, which who the fuck even knew who the fuck VJ was in the first place? No one knew who this lady was until Roseanne made this tweet, and you know it, I know it, and everyone else knows it. I mean, probably people in Congress and maybe a few people who follow politics. They knew who this lady was, and obviously Roseanne knew who this lady was. But I mean, outside of that, she really was made famous by Roseanne. And if you look at a side-by-side picture of her and that lady from Planet of the Apes, what's her name? Dr. What's-Her-Face? They do share a close resemblance to each other. And I'm not saying that she looks like an ape or anything like that. Just the character from Planet of the Apes, the haircut and the complexion, you know, stuff like that. And all, and in Roseanne's defense, the lady looks white. I mean, come on. If you take a look, go back and look at her picture. In fact, I might put one up here just in a few minutes. But here's some more of Jose, Mr. College Boy. Excellent analysis of the show.
We were dragged into a hail of anger and fury. What was lost in the noise, though, was the show itself. And for all the outrage over Roseanne being fired, there wasn't much discussion about the 10th season of her show and what it was all about, or what the preceding 9 seasons were about for that matter. Roseanne was a free speech martyr for the right, despite starring in a show that had much to say from the left. I think it's important to acknowledge that a TV show is a collaborative effort, comprising the work of hundreds of people. While you can't discount the person who is behind it, you also...
Man, his laid back and soft-spoken tones is about to put me to fucking sleep. I don't know about you guys, but oh my God. See, the guy does have some good talking points, and he does mention a few things that are good, but he's a woke asshole. He's like part of that woke crowd. He's brainwashed with the rest of those people who think, oh my God, we gotta have strong female characters in every single show and every single movie. We have to force it on society that every single woman character must be strong. Fuck! Oh, man. I really went on a tangent there. But this guy is one of those dudes. He's not a soy boy, but he is super woke. Well, maybe not super woke, but a little bit woke. Now I'm going to fast forward this just a little bit and get to about, I don't know, right about here. The points where he has it in black and white, I think, is where he's doing his serious talking points. So let's listen in.
To keep that in mind. Well, halfway through the first season, the show seemed to be sailing along smoothly. Behind the scenes, things were starting to reach a breaking point. While filming the 4th episode, Roseanne Barr was outraged that her wardrobe requests were the only ones being ignored. According to Barr herself, she took a pair of scissors, went to one of the producers responsible, and threatened her, saying, "Bitch, do you want me to cut you?" Barr also kept a prominently displayed list.
All right, I'm done with that. I can't listen to this guy no more. But I'd say, you know, for the most part, his reviews are pretty stellar. But, you know, you really can't be a show or movie reviewer. But, you know, you really can't be a true show or movie reviewer if you're biased or you're unbiased. You got to be told, you can't remain unbiased is what I'm trying to say. If you're leaning way to the left or way to the right on any topic and you're reviewing these shows as leaning left to the right. I mean, this guy somehow seems to do a pretty good job of balancing it all off. But all I hear is blah, 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 feminist, blah, 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 woke actions, blah, blah, blah. The show is good, blah, but it does this, blah, blah, blah. The cover for that, blah, blah, blah. It's afraid to do this, blah, blah, blah. It's afraid to do that, blah, blah, blah. Anyway, you get the fucking point. My point is, I think Jose should stick with making Cuervo. Yeah, like he hasn't heard that joke a million billion times. One of the things is, so far, you've only heard me talk about how he reviews shows and movies and such, but he really blasts on Tim Pool. And I don't know what the hell he has against Tim Pool. I really like Tim Pool. I think Tim Pool is fucking awesome. But this guy's always just blasting away on Tim Pool. And I got to say, you know, you could dislike Tim Pool all you want. And you can have your talking points and blah, blah, blah. But why stick with one particular dude? It's almost as though he's obsessed with Tim Pool. When we go back and we look at his website, he has more than one video talking about Tim Pool. What's the obsession, bro? What do you got, a man crush on Tim Pool or something? Are you wanting to pull his Tim? Yeah, that was a terrible joke. Sure. But anyway, let's get back to talking about this guy's reviews and show a few more clips of his videos. But seriously, though, man, my mask smells like Kit Kat bars and toilet bowl cleaner. Maybe I'll need some toilet bowl cleaner after this one. I really need to wash this mask. But anyway, back to this dude. Senor Jose here, as you can see, is really obsessed with Tim Pool. There's Tim Pool. Tim Pool. Tim Pool. Go down here. Let's see here. Tim Pool. Tim Pool. Tim Pool. Tim Pool. Tim Pool. Keep scrolling down. Tim Pool. Tim Pool. Tucker Carlson. Tucker Carlson. So like I said before, you can't really do video or movie and television reviews and then also have sort of a political show. This guy wants to have his cake and eat it too. Well, I got news for you, pal. You may have your cake and eat it too, but eventually that's going to end up with a pie in the face. Yeah, you're going to have mushy pie all over your face, and it ain't going to be the good kind either. It's going to be the shit pie that black lady from that one movie. Fuck, I don't even know what movie it was, but it's not going to be a very good pie. I guarantee you that. Here's another one of Senor Jose's video reviews or television reviews. Again, another show that he's never watched, he's not a fan of, and has no business reviewing, in my opinion. But when you get down to the meats and bones of it, he does do a pretty good job of breaking it down and reviewing it. Let's take a watch, or let's take a look at another clip from Mr. Jose.
Friends, I'm going to need a boost to get through this video. Can I get a whoa, Jose?
Whoa, Jose! I was not ready.
At least I get to talk about it.
There's his intro. I forgot to mention his intro. So, you know, he talks about the 80s and how there was problematic, how there was always good families like Family Ties and, you know, Growing Pains and, you know, Family Matters and stuff like that on television, where problems were solved within 30 minutes of the show. There were no real serious issues. And, well, there was serious issues. I mean, let's face it, there was drugs, pregnancy, drugs. What else? Oh, yeah, drugs. But they were always seemed to be resolved within 30 minutes. And you got to laugh in between each one. Laughing about drugs. Imagine that. I wonder who came up with that concept. Oh, well, anyway, here's more Jose.
Then Sierra tapped Michael Moy and Ron Levitt, the duo responsible for the sitcom Silver Spoons and It's Your Move, without much money to offer.
Hey, wait a minute. I don't remember It's Your Move. Was that a British television show? The fuck?
Instead gave them something even more alluring. Creative control in shaping the sitcom however they saw fit.
The perks were, you know, we didn't get network notes. You know,
no testing, research, and development, all of the usual red tape and graft. And this is what they sold us.
Sitcoms of that.
Oh, yeah, I forgot about the Cosby Show. So you got the Cosby Show, Family Ties, and Growing Pains. The Cosby Show. Yeah, a wholesome show about an all-black family with a wholesome father with wholesome values and morals. Yeah, I'm going to pass on that. Not the show idea, but the whole fact we're talking about the Cosby Show right now. Let's move on.
That era typically featured happy, well-functioning families like the kind you'd see on The Cosby Show, Growing Pains, or Family Ties. The successes of these shows led to a host of imitators.
By the way, each one of these shows, and every show for that matter, back in the 80s and 90s, and even maybe so much as the early 2000s, I can't remember, always seemed to have to introduce a smaller, younger child or even a baby into the program in order to re-amp the program or keep it fresh and new. And that was usually towards the end of the show's run, and usually the final season of the show when they did it. So maybe adding a baby or a young kid probably isn't such a good idea. Just saying. Seems like it ends up canceling more shows than it ends up saving. You know, in Family Ties, you had that little Brett Andy, and then the Cosby Show, you had Raven Simone, you know, and Growing Pains, you had that little kid. I forget who the hell they were. And of course, in Full House, you just had a whole bunch of babies pop out of that motherfucker. But anyway, let's listen to some more Jose Cuervo. I mean, Jose. His name's just Jose. He's, you know, he's so cool. He only has one name, unlike the MASH YouTuber, which has 3 names.
Levitt and Moy were determined not to follow suit. They suspected that the American public was ready for something different.
Sure they were. Yep.
Saccharine messages.
Oh, shit. Let's fast forward some of this.
He was meant to be a fool to be laughed at, not a hero to be supported. But even in the first few seasons, he wasn't completely unredeemable.
I wonder what he would think of All in the Family.
Qualities. Strangely enough, Al has a number of opportunities to hook up with beautiful women throughout the series, but he manages to stay faithful.
All right, that's all I'm going to play of Mr. Jose. But if you want to see more of Jose and what he has to bring to the table, then you can watch him for yourself and decide for yourself how you truly feel about this man and his reviews. Personally, I think he's doing it just to get a kick out of it. He's doing it just to get the views, just to get that YouTube channel. He come up with this idea. All right, there seems to be a lot of television reviews out there and movie reviews. What are they doing? What are they doing? They're all doing pretty much the same thing. What can I do differently? Oh, yeah. You know what? I think I'll give it the leftist point of view. I'll review the shows, but I'll review them in a political way with a political agenda attached to it. And I'll say all the stuff that all the other reviewers aren't saying. In fact, I'll do the exact opposite of what all the other reviewers are doing. And I'll totally blow everything out of proportion. And I'll talk about the sexism, the racism, the problematic issues with the show, everything of that nature, and blah, blah, blah. And I'll add big, huge words to it. And I'll do this whole thing. Maybe I'll do it as a college project as well so I can get credit for that. I don't know. Personally, I don't know what this Jose dude is doing, but whatever he's doing it well. Yeah, that's right. I'm giving Jose a good recommendation despite of me having loathed him. I loathe this guy. It just makes me so bad. I can't stand this wokeness. The wokeness has got to die. It's got to fucking die. Oh, man. I just went on a tiny tangent there, didn't I? Anyway, that's pretty much all I have to say for Mr. Jose. He's never, you have a few people like this who are in their 20s or 30s, and I mentioned this earlier. They've never seen the shows. They're not big fans of the shows. They didn't grow up with him like you and I did, which we are true fans. We at least, even if we're not true fans, we at least seen enough of the shows to know what the shows are about. You know what I'm saying? But this Jose guy, he probably watched, I don't know, 2 or 3 hours of each show and decided, okay, cool, now I'm going to do a review. And now all of a sudden he's a big fucking YouTuber because of it. Yeah, I could do the same thing, pal. I could get on here and talk about each and every show that I've ever seen. And I could talk about all the problematic stuff that's wrong with it too. But you know what? I don't do that because I know what the fuck I'm talking about, because I was fan of these shows, because I did grow up at the time these shows were airing, and I did watch them. So you stay in your 20-year-old something little corner, buddy, and I'll stay in my 40-year-old something corner, and we'll just... I don't even know what the fuck I was saying. I'm actually recommending this guy. What the hell's wrong with me? Anyway, that's all I got for right now. Until next time, remember, not everyone's an asshole, but everyone has an asshole, and you know what the fuck comes out of them. See you next time. Huh? Wait, what's that? The Brady Bunch? Fuck the Brady Bunch! Those motherfuckers were no good for nothing. 2-time no good for nothing. For more videos, subscribe to me if you haven't done that already. I have new videos each and every week, and they get more and more intense as they get along. And give that video a thumbs up. In fact, smash that thumbs up. Wait, no. Forget it. You know what to do. Or at least I hope you do. See you next time. Idiot. Just kidding. You guys are awesome.